Hey everybody, welcome back to Chef's Grill Station. Today is Monday evening and we're making potatoes au gratin and shrimp in butter sauce. Really easy recipe for a nice easy Monday evening. So what we have here today is I already peeled the potatoes. We have peeled Argentinian shrimp. I prefer these a little bit better than your regular supermarket shrimp, which actually also came from the supermarket. But as you can see, they actually look cooked. They're not. They come in this reddish color. That's their native color, and they have this sweet texture. It goes so well with potatoes. And we're basically going to saute them with some spices. We'll put some paprika, some butter in it, and we'll send it off to the grill. Maybe 20 minutes max, and it'll be done. We have two pans over here, and then here, as the side dish to the shrimp, is we're going to have russet potatoes that we're going to slice here on our KitchenAid processor. I haven't done this before, so let's see how it works out. I'm definitely testing the machine out. Probably a lot easier than using a knife to slice them up. And then we'll coat them in butter with some salt and pepper, and then we'll add half and half. Use this glass tray, lay everything in this bed, cover it up with cheese, send it off for about an hour, and we're done. So let's get going. You ready? Let's go. Alright, so shrimp is going to take a lot less time to cook, so we'll start with potatoes, and let's see how this thing is going to work out. Like I said, I haven't done this before, but I sure hope it will do exactly what we need. And it does. We need more speed. Yes, sir. Come on out. Alright. Whoa, it just went right over it. There's like inertia going on. But check this out. Alright, so this is thin. You can almost see through this thing. You know why this is important? Because it's going to take a lot less time to cook. I kind of like this. I am not 100% sure this is thick enough. We can try. Or we can get something a little bit thicker. You know what? Let me be right back. I'm gonna try another one. I'm afraid it's gonna be too thin. All right. Let's try this again. Maybe this time it's gonna work. All right. This looks right. Alright, let's try again. There we go. This is definitely not working out. Alright guys, well, we're back, and I'm going to tell you that this is garbage. It doesn't work. It does this on the thickest layer. So definitely not usable. Do not recommend this attachment. I love KitchenAid products. I don't like this one. Definitely do not recommend this product. And we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm going to slice those potatoes with a knife, and it's all going to work out for us. So I am going for about 1/8 of an inch, to the best of my ability. Maybe a little bit less, a little bit more, but I'm definitely going to stay within that size. I obviously have a few potatoes to go through, so I'll be right back. You know what? One thing, while we're making this potato, we're going to need a little bit of butter to do two things. So I'm going to stop for a minute, because I can continue to do this later. Need these potatoes. This is chunk. The KitchenAid screwed up for us. You need to butter up whatever container you're going to use to bake your potatoes, because you don't want these things sticking to the bottom of this nice glass container. Here we go. You want to make sure to cover everything. Again, depending, how much you're putting in there, but definitely can't go wrong with butter. There we go. And then just use your hands to, to make sure it's all covered. You will appreciate it later when you have to clean this stuff, because cleaning is also part of cooking. So that's one effort that we need to do. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna melt this butter. So we're gonna send it to grill. Pick it up a little bit later, because we'll need it to coat our potatoes with salt and pepper. Meantime, we can continue back. We're going to return back and cut our potatoes. Here, another piece over here. So, next step is we are take our butter, which is almost ready. Of course, I forgot my gloves. Okay. And this butter goes right inside, into the potatoes. Okay. Next, we're gonna put some salt. Put some salt. I don't want to put too much, but enough. Potatoes definitely like salt. Now we're gonna go with our pepper. Here we go. Again, use pepper to taste. I like probably to be on the bit of a heavier side. And I am going to use a bit of turmeric. Now, I truly love the color it gives. A lot of people think, oh, you must have put a lot of spices in there. I didn't. But this turmeric does wonders to potatoes. These are not golden potatoes. These are plain, supermarket russet potatoes. And I think they work well. A lot better than golden potatoes, but at the same time, they're not as pretty. So, again, your call, but I kind of like it. So we're gonna mix this out. Not a big deal. As you can see, it's relatively easy. I mean, it's really not much, right? It's not much to do here. You just push it all, break up, because you're gonna have a lot of potatoes that are sort of glued together from cutting, which is normal. But you want to make sure you cover it all. I think I'm gonna go for second round in terms of salt and pepper, because I'm not seeing enough. One more time. Come on. I know somebody's gonna say he's using too much salt. That's a lot of potatoes, and I am using a lot of salt. But remember, it's a lot of potatoes. One more time. Potatoes got a nice crust. Not crust. Color. Not crust yet, but we will get crust once it's already under the cheese. So, here we go. And now, you want to cascade them. You don't want to lay them flat, you just want to cascade them. And that's the best way of doing it. So, I hope you can see this. Let me move some things around. You should be able to see this. But if anything, I'll raise it up. And there we go. As you can see, it's it's a little bit messy, but it's not the end of the world. And I think a 3-year-old can do this. You know. At one point, I was actually thinking maybe to invite my daughter Veronica to do this with me, but I decided, you know what, I need to go fast because they're waiting for dinner, and I need to be done with cleaning and enjoy a little bit of TV time. Before, like I said, it's just cascaded. It's really not a big deal. At this point on, we are going to take this half and half. Friction here. There we go. Pull this out. Take this in there. Look at this. You fill it up, but not all the way, right? I think this is enough. So about 2/3. Yeah, about 2/3. So about 600 milliliters. About 2/3 of a quart. And the final step in here is we take cheese and we'll cover this in cheese. You want to have plenty of cheese. You're supposed to be using special cheese in here. You know what? This is regular Parmesan. It will do the trick. I do go on the heavier side because it's going to melt right in there, in between potatoes on top. There will be a nice crust I was talking about earlier. We're done here. Potatoes are ready to go in. We have it set at 375. All we got to do is put the stuff in there. And we'll be back in an hour. So it's 7:30 right now, so we'll be back at 8:30 to check. Now it's time to make shrimp. Shrimp is going to be a lot easier. Now we said this is going to be shrimp in butter sauce. Put the butter, melt it. Let's wait till it melts. Meantime, we're going to use a little bit of dry mustard. Regular supermarket stuff, nothing fancy schmancy. Yeah, this doesn't work. There we go. Who doesn't like a lot of mustard? We're going to use chili. This is hot chili. Don't go crazy. Just a little bit. Paprika. Paprika works very well with shrimp. Olive oil. And I'm not going to use salt. I'm going to use soy sauce, which is going to serve very similar purpose, but it'll be much better. Now we need the butter. Alright, our butter's coming along. This is good enough. Let's see. Take this. One thing I forgot to do is put a little bit of pepper in here. And we need to put the butter in here. Let's see if it's too hot. It is hot. Alright, so I'm going to put this in here, which is fine. And I'm going to use this and just pour this butter right in here. Voila! Last thing to do is mix it. Very easy recipe. Like I said, anybody can do this. It's a great meal for Monday evening. It's not too much work. It's a little bit messy, as you can see, but at the same time, the results are great. So what you have here, is like a little soup, which is olive oil. You have your butter, and then a few spices, and you're done. So, next thing to do, put it in there, about 20 minutes, you're done. Now my grill is set to 400. I find it works well. You can play with the temperature depending on what size of the shrimp that you're using, what type of shrimp, if it's a regular shrimp, but for these guys, about 20 minutes and they're done. So, like I said, this thing is going to be here for about an hour and we'll be back then. So, it's been now approximately 25 minutes. Let's see how we're doing with our shrimp. I think we're there. There's nothing much more that we need to do. Look at that shrimp. It's nicely cooked. There's nothing else to do here. However, our trigger is still going. As you can see, we're still at 371, tracking 375, and we got another about half hour to go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn off the heat. It's pretty hot in here. I'm just gonna move it to the side over here and then close it and let it stay there for a half hour at minimal heat just to keep it warm, and we'll be back in 30 minutes. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been just over an hour now, approximately an hour and 10 minutes. I think our potatoes should be ready by now. Our shrimp has been, as you already know, it's been done in 20 minutes. I kept it nice and warm inside the grill. I just kept the grill at 150 so it doesn't, it doesn't dry up and it doesn't become cold. So we're going to take that out and we're going to take the potatoes out. We're going to plate, we're going to taste and see how it goes. Let's see. So turn off the grill. Here's our shrimp. Oh, that looks great. Look at that shrimp. Wow. Look how pretty that is. It's going to work beautifully with our potatoes. Okay, so this is there. All that butter inside that shrimp. Let's see how the potatoes are doing. Alright guys, it's time to take this out. Look at that. We'll plate it and put it here. We got our crust, we have our cheese. This looks pretty good, and the smell, that cheese of Parmesan is just amazing. Alright, you know what? It's super hot, it's just ridiculously hot, but I think we're gonna try it. Alright, try to plate this. Here we go. Let's try not to burn ourselves. Let's not get any protein in our plates as well. As you can see, it's already dark and I have the lights going. Of course, it's going to attract everything that's, flying around. Look at that cheese. I hope you guys can see this. Look at that cheese. Cheesy potatoes. Yeah, maybe one more piece. There. Look at that. And we're gonna grab some shrimp. There we go. Oh my God, my kids are starving inside. My wife is starving inside, but I have to show you how this came out. So this is our shrimp. This is our potato, and sort of a last touch to this. Now it's my personal preference, maybe because of my background, but I use a lot of dill everywhere. So you sprinkle these potatoes just a little bit on the shrimp, and folks, there you have it. Shrimp and butter sauce, our gratin, potatoes. Let's take it. All right, take this off. I'm gonna try this. We are going to try this. I hope you can see this. Look at that. Yeah. Come on. It's falling apart. Oh my God, it's falling apart. Here we go. Smooth, buttery, cheesy. Maybe two at once, please forgive me. The flavor of paprika. Right? It's beyond delicious. It's simple to do. There's nothing to it. It takes about an hour. but you know, a little bit of prep work. But as you can see, we did this together. It's super easy. I hope you like it. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like our videos. Engage on our Facebook page, and we'll see you on our next one. Good night.